to kind of recap a bit of what Mrs. Spencer said, in Fettes, all of fourth form have to take mindfulness as a compulsory class, so we're kind of 15, 14. And coming along to my first mindfulness class with a few of my friends, we weren't really sure what to expect. We kind of thought it would be a bit airy, very kind of, I don't know, hippie, doing that kind of thing. Yeah, we couldn't have been more wrong. Kind of maybe some of the feelings that some of you are feeling today. Although it is compulsory to come to the class, there is no pressure to join in the activities, but the vast majority do and really enjoy it. Simple exercises like the ones you've heard today, like dot B, Foff-Bok, 7-11 breathing. Yeah, they're so simple and they give you a chance to just before classes to clear your mind before you go on the sports pitch. Yeah, and I think they have improved my focus in classes. Sometimes if I can see myself kind of thinking about lunch or anything like that, I do kind of stop and think and get into more concentration. And also mindfulness is definitely the .B course, although it's aimed at high school students, it is kind of accessible enough that I could look back on it in later life, and it's something that for university, for my more major exams in the future, I will be able to look back on and think of the simple Kung Fu Panda clip and Foff-Bok and .B and really use it. And yeah, it's definitely something that I'm glad that is compulsory in our school, and I've definitely learned a lot from it. Thank you.
Mindfulness does not only help us with the stress from the schoolwork and our personal lives, it can also have a very positive impact on those with mental disorders such as anxiety or depression. One of the best outcomes of mindfulness that I found is that it gives people a sense of calm when they feel particularly stressed or nervous, which is very helpful for those who suffer from anxiety. The techniques that are taught in mindfulness sessions such as 7-11 breathing, where you breathe in for 7 and then breathe out for 11, and Foff-Bok are particularly helpful with panic attacks, as it helps the person control their breathing and calm their mind. Also, the mindfulness course as a whole gives the students a lot of time and techniques to help them reflect and think about their feelings, which could potentially help any students with depression. Suffering from mental disorder can be very difficult, and not only because of the effects of the disorder itself. It can make the person feel abnormal, especially at a time of adolescence when teenagers can often feel different from their peers in a very negative way. And mindfulness tackles this problem very well. Because all of the class is participating in the exercises, students who are using the methods as a way to help with their anxiety or depression do not feel abnormal or different in a way that they might if they were in professional therapy, because all of their peers are using the exercises to help themselves as well. Therefore, they're more encouraged to participate and use the methods that they are taught, potentially helping them tackle their disorders. This is not to say that mindfulness is an alternative for professional therapy, but it does provide a relaxed and familiar classroom environment for people to feel more comfortable and motivated to join in. And I use various mindfulness techniques at least once every couple of days, and I can honestly say that it's definitely affected my everyday life for the better.
I'm a boarder at Fettes. My parents are like, I don't know, 6,000 miles away. I can only talk to them like, I don't know, once every week, and even then, with all my busy schedules and stuff, it's difficult for people like me who can't talk to their parents and stuff. And mindfulness has really like opened a gateway to stop the stress from like attacking me and stuff. It's really tough at school, coping with days that, seem to last forever. Roommates, most of my roommates don't want to sleep and constantly stay up giggling with their friends. And obviously the stress of schoolwork really gets to me. I never get mad or snap at anyone anymore at all because of mindfulness. It's really the fact that they tell us to just stop and just, be. It's not about conflict with anyone else. It's not about trying to, it's about making yourself feel better and everything. It allows me to respond instead of react. Say if a girl in my dorm and her friend are giggling and texting, tapping of the laptop in the middle of the night. I don't yell at them to get out. I don't sort of try and break down because I can't get to sleep. I sort of just calmly ask, guys, please, could you just, keep it down a little bit or go outside. And they do, because I've asked nicely and I haven't yelled at them or anything. And I use 7-11 breathing to help me do that. It's just really calming as well. So I lie in bed and I practice a thing we did called meditation, which is just allowing yourself not to obsess or, again, catastrophize. And it's really helped. And I think that if it wasn't for mindfulness, this year would have been a lot more tough, and just I don't think I could have coped without it.
Yeah, so kind of similar to Flora, one of the main problems I've had to face since starting at Fettes is coping with stress about work. Now, I'm the kind of person who is terrible at time management, because I'm always trying to do everything at once, and at the end of the day, I'll look at a list I've made of what I have to do before the next day, and just panic at the sheer size of it. However, since I started the mindfulness course, I found I've been much more in control of what I've been meant to be doing. Take Monday, for example. It's just been one of those days where everything goes wrong. I walked into a door, I discovered I had something during prep, which I'd been relying on to write my history essay for the following first lesson. And I started just to become a bit of a nervous wreck. I had no idea what to do. However, I took a .B and managed to calm myself down, and before taking the time to look at my timetable, working out what I could do and when I could just take the time to fit it in. And I just managed to sort through the situation logically. Now through this without too much drama. Thanks to the help of Fothbok, as we all tried earlier, my history essay was written much more quickly and efficiently, taking only 1/3 of the usual 3 hours. Without this, I don't know what I would have done. I probably just would have broken down and died in a little hole. But another time that I found that mindfulness has been a great help is just before an exam or a time of pressure, like speaking in front of a lot of people, say in chapel, and or even just before a class test. I find that I can get incredibly nervous. My mind goes blank, my palms get sweaty, my legs start to shake. Yeah, probably get the idea. However, mindfulness has helped me dramatically to calm down, make me realise that no matter what happens, the world is unlikely to end. And through the activity of 7-11 breathing, where you go in for 7 and then out for 11, I can now go through these situations with a calm and clear mind. As I probably portray myself as a bit of a stress ball, you may have already guessed that I'm the kind of person that strives for the best possible results. Hence, I was delighted to see my results and grades suddenly improve, as although I could do the work in class, exams are often my weak point, which I know is the same for a lot of my friends. Before mindfulness came into my life, I had nothing to calm me down and think clearly, causing me to get frustrated as I knew I could do better. I just had no idea how I could improve my performance. Mindfulness has definitely bonded our class, and we have all become a lot closer. This is due to the fact that we all do the exercises together, so it is as much a group activity as it is an individual. Because of this, no one gets embarrassed, and everyone else always takes part and contributes in the lessons. Also, as we aren't forced to do these exercises, everyone enjoys it a lot more, and it just doesn't feel like a normal lesson. This means that everyone looks forward to our mindfulness classes, and it's often a nice relaxing break in the middle of a very busy week, as it prepares us for the day ahead. The .B course mainly focuses on calming yourself and being able to conquer your difficulties. Some simple exercises, including 7-11 breathing, which helps to calm you in a stressful situation, Fothbok, which focuses your mind if you feel tired or distracted in lessons, meditation, which helps you get to sleep if there is a lot on your mind, and many more. We do many different topics in the .B course, which cover a very broad range. Some of them include recognizing worry, being here and now, moving mindfully and stepping back.